Hi, happy Friday. We have made it through now 2 weeks of distance learning school. Today we are doing a project. So I'm going to explain the project on here. You all should pull up the document on the Creo Prep page. And today's lesson is 5.8 difficult dimensions. So you're looking at this page with me. What you're going to do is you're going to start by doing your fluency. So with our multiplication here, you are multiplying straight across your numerator multiplied by your numerator, your denominator multiplied by your denominator. So for number 1, you have half times half. So you're going to multiply 1 and 1, and then 2 and 2. So you should get 1/4 as your answer. Continue working through, so pause the video now if you need to, and finish this page. Then you all are getting to your Thrive Point Challenge. Put 2 minutes on the clock and see how far you can get. These are your 7s. Pause the video now and work through it. Okay, you are now looking at the concept development. This is where it starts to tell you about this project. In this project, you are going to build a shape, basically. So what you're going to do is your project, your sculpture, needs to have 5 to 7 rectangular prisms. Every prism that you make, you are going to label A, B, C, D, E, F, as many as you make. What you need for this, sheets of paper. If you did not print out the lesson, just sheets of paper. You'll need scissors if you have scissors, and tape if you have tape. The other thing that will make it easier is if you have a ruler, or in our house, I could not find a ruler, but I found a tape measure. If you can find something to measure it, otherwise you are going to do your best rounding and best guessing for it. So what you need to do, and I'm going to scroll down and show you this next page as well. This tells you the requirements. So you must have 5 to 7 rectangular prisms. They're going to be different sizes, and what you're going to do is you're then going to create a sculpture by putting them all together. You need to make sure that you label them with the letters, but also with the dimensions. So you're going to write down on them what is the length, what is the width, what is the height, and then what is the volume. Prism D needs to be half the volume of another prism. So maybe you come up with a prism and you have 20. If 20 centimeters is your volume, 20 centimeters cubed, then prism D would have to be 10. So they're going to have to be different sizes. And prism E needs to be 1/3 of the other prism. The total volume cannot be greater than 1,000 cubic centimeters. So anything up to 1,000 cubic centimeters. So I'm going to show you how to do this if you're not able to, if you don't have it printed out. So I scrolled down and I saw that they gave me templates. So I drew this on a sheet of paper. This was my template. Let me move you so you can see what I'm doing. This is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do is cut out around these dotted lines that I created. So this is going to be my base, this is going to be the bottom, and then these are my sides. They're going to fold up to be my walls. So I'm going to take the scissors and I'm going to cut it just like this. Alright, so I'm cutting out around the dashed lines. If you can hear that talking, that is my sister and my dad. You can say hi. Maybe you'll meet them on office hours.
Hello.
I meant they can say hi to you, but my sister will also say hello to you. Okay, so once you've cut out your rectangular prism, your net, okay, so you have it cut out, I'm now folding my walls up. Folding my walls up. Now I realize it's a little uneven when I do this, so I'm going to need to fix this because this is not going. Actually, what I can do is just fold this over and make the top. So if you do it uneven, just fold it over and make it the top. Otherwise, you can cut out, and there's templates in there, and you can cut out a top. What you're going to want to do is do not throw something at me while I'm recording a video. What you're going to do is we're going to use the tape, and we're going to tape the sides together. So when I build this rectangular prism, I'm going to tape together my sides. so that you can see what I'm doing. I just taped together this side right here, starting to build my rectangular prism. Taping this together. Okay. I hope this is still recording, otherwise I have to redo this whole thing. I have now taped 3 of my sides together. I'm going to tape this last one together. And then I'm going to fold it over so that I can create a top to it. If you did a better job than I did, and you didn't have this left over, you can just cut out a top and tape the top on as well. Okay, taping my last piece together. Great. So now I have it like this. But what I want to do is to create this top, so I'm actually going to cut this piece off. Oops, it went in. Okay. All right, so this is what I have right now. And I'm going to fold this over. Maybe. This is very difficult. Okay, folding it over like this. It'll be easy if you guys have a table. I'm doing this not on a table, and that's what's making it harder. And I'm going to cut this here. Okay, so now when I fold it over, it should just close like this, and I'm going to tape it shut so that I have a full rectangular prism. All right, still being taped shut and taping my last piece shut. Now, I'm going to measure it. So here's my rectangular prism. I'm going to measure it to see what it comes out to be. So I'm measuring my length. As I look at this, my length is 30 centimeters. So I'm going to write on it. So this is going to be A. It wants you to label them all. And my length here is 30 centimeters. Then I'm going to measure what is my width. My width is 20 centimeters. So my width here.
I just said width.
You just said width? Are you doing width in your work right now?
Yeah.
Huh. He is an engineer, so that is why he's doing math. Okay, so my length is 30. My width was 20 centimeters, and now I need to figure out, if I don't drop it, what my height is. Let's see, and my height is also 30 centimeters. Okay, so labeling that on it, 30 centimeters. Now I need to figure out what my volume is. So if my length is 30, my height is 30, and my width is 20, what you should be writing out, so I'm gonna write for my rectangular prism A, I have 30 centimeters is my length. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm writing in a moment. My width is 20 centimeters, and my height is 30 centimeters. So you're going to have it on a full sheet of paper, not on a scrap like this, and then show me your math. So 30 times 20 times 30, well, I know that here I'm going to have 600 times 30. So I have 18,000 centimeters cubed, or 18,000 cubic centimeters. This is for A. This is for my A. Okay. Now, you're done with the one. The directions tell you that you need to make 5 to 7 of them. And it tells me that when I now go to do prism D has to be half the volume of another prism. So I can choose to make D half the volume of this. So instead of 18,000 cubic centimeters, I would make it 9,000 cubic centimeters. So you are going to make them all. And so you will have this for every single one. Then what you are going to do is you are going to have your different boxes, and you are going to make a sculpture of them. So tape them all together. So you'll have A, and maybe B will be here, and C here, and D here, and you are going to make one big shape of them all. All right. If you have questions, jump onto office hours. You should be doing this before you come to office hours. When you come to office hours, what we want to see is your sculpture. So not just one of them, but the 5 to 7 of them all together. And we want to see your sheet that has all of this on it. In our next lesson, we're then going to be able to look at each other. So we're going to be taking pictures of some of the really cool ones. Make sure you have all of this done. If you're able to print it, you may use these as templates to help. Here are the tops. I folded my top over, but if you didn't do it this way, you could cut this out and just tape this as your top on top, The rubric is here, so making sure that it is all complete. The volume and the calculations are correct. That's why we need to see this sheet of paper that has A, B, C, all of the different ones. And then you are going to do the exit ticket below. Here's an example of what it looks like. So you should have a note page that you make look just like this. All right, good luck. This project will be really cool. I'm excited for you all to become artists as you make these sculptures.